Sia lodato Gesù Cristo.
Sempre sia lodato.
The first non-Italian pope in 5 centuries, first Slavic pope ever, told them in perfect Italian he came from a far country.
Lo hanno chiamato di un paese lontano.
Back home in that far country,
happiness, what else? It was something unbelievable.
And people were spending whole night in churches praying and thanking God for this unusual and unexpected happening.
There were reports of an angry phone call from the Kremlin to Warsaw.
They say that the telephone went like this. Who did allow, comrades, this Karol Wojtyła to be a cardinal? Because he would not be a member of the conclave, and he could not have been, in that case, elected a pope.
It was way too late. At his installation in Rome, the young pope from Poland would not let his aging mentor Wyszynski kiss his ring. The cardinals had told their new pope to end the confusion among Catholics. They also hoped his youthfulness might appeal at least to young people. They had no idea. Traveling to Mexico 3 months later, John Paul brought out by far the largest crowds ever seen on earth and told them politics are the church's business when they involve how people treat people. He told the world Christianity, not Marxism, was the true liberation theology that would champion the poor and oppressed. But Mexico was just a warm-up. Now John Paul wanted to go home, to Poland. There was another angry phone call from Moscow.
Brezhnev telephoned the then first secretary of the Polish Communist Party saying, can't you pretend that all you people are sick, that you cannot receive the Pope? And the Polish answer was to Brezhnev, well, don't be ridiculous. We can't go pretending for a couple of years that all of us are sick in bed. The Polish government could not fail to invite him, which they did. I mean, hating every minute of it. They were scared to death. They had to live with it, and they died with it.
It was an encounter beyond words. Poles later said what they really saw was themselves, for the first time, as a force.
A 1.5 million of people was gathering in the field, moving quietly, and everybody behaving like a friend of his neighbor. There was something completely unusual, and we had the feeling of something happening. We also could count ourselves and say, look, we are so many. And we formed the unity. And the communists, this is a foreign body which is isolated.
He said things which at that moment were quite revolutionary. He told the Poles basically that the divisions of the Cold War worked out at Yalta were not permanent.
He quoted St. Paul and he said, let the Holy Ghost come and change the land. And then he added, this land. We did not feel the full meaning of that word at that time. A year later, we understood it better. It went like a fire through Poland. You know, people joining and joining and joining and joining Solidarity Union. Within few weeks, it went up to nearly 10 million.